I'll give you a little bit more time, Scott. I'm keeping it up here. All right.
I'm good.
All right. Here's one of the things. Agriculture, rural land. We got an agriculture farm here. Not only do we do plumbing, we do chicken eggs. So, and they're great. Let me tell you, when you get them straight out of the ass of the chicken, they're great. Way better. All right, and they're always freshly laid right here on the downstairs farm.
Out of the chicken's ass.
Yes, yeah, straight out of the egg basket. All right, how do you balance job creation and economic development with protecting family farms, water resources for agriculture, and the rural way of life, and the panhandle and the whole state of Florida, because we have a lot of agricultural land here. Go ahead, Scott.
Once again, we get the government out. There was a study done of Africa, and it was why, with so many resources in the country, are there so many poor and so many failed businesses? And it came down to government bureaucracy and government intervention. We've got to get the government out of our businesses and our production and our farms and our communities. It's killing us. Regulation is the problem here, not ingenuity.
Thank you much, Scott. James, you go ahead.
I'll give you the example of data centers for one moment. There's this debate about data centers where they're buying land, rezoning the land from ag to industrial, and building a 2 million square foot data center. There's one that's being built right now in Palm Beach County, 100 feet from an elementary school. Now, the common view that Byron Donalds takes is they can do whatever they want with that land because of property rights. They have property rights. And this is the idea of liberty. Do they have the liberty to do whatever they want with that land at the expense of the liberty of the kids 200 feet away in the elementary school, where there's been no long-term health studies on EMF or audible noise pollution? And so this is a fundamental question that I think the libertarian movement, the Republican movement is struggling with, is we're fighting for liberty. But liberty for whom? Who are we actually fighting for? So my plan is pretty simple with respect to experimental data centers. We're not going to regulate them. We're not going to reform them. We are going to ban data centers in all 67 countries.
And you agree?
I'm not going to get applause for this one. This has to do with what we mentioned a little bit earlier. Data centers are about energy, and data centers, if done properly, using nuclear energy to power them, can be clean and valuable and bring technical jobs to the state. Now, we can move them far enough away from people so that they don't interfere. These are basically just big computer systems. So I disagree that we need to kick them out of the state. You're just kicking the can into somebody else's backyard if you have a problem with them. Let's fix it here. Let's be innovative. Let's create the power and the energy that gives value to them. And I use AI every single day. And so I'm a big user of AI centers myself. So I would be hypocritical to say they are evil and get them out of the state.
All right.
Well, I got to address that, which is, look, I was accused recently of using the N-word. And look, when I screw up, I'm just going to tell you, and I'm going to be upfront with you. I use the N-word every single day. I love it. It's called nuclear energy. I'm a big fan of nuclear energy. And I'll tell you, Scott, the nuclear energy debate, it's important to have. But even if data centers brought their own reactors and generated their own power, it doesn't change the water issue. It doesn't change the fact that that is land that could have been used to herd cattle or to grow citrus or just to look at, because the land up here is beautiful. That when you got people from out of state, New York and Connecticut, and they see 500 acres, they want to develop it, they want to pave it over, they want to build something. We want to preserve it, because that is what we are called to do as Floridians.